There was a point in time when I was sitting on my couch and I realized that I was just going to be a degenerate alcoholic for the rest of my life. And I was honestly like, I don't want to do this anymore, but like, I didn't know how to change.
Welcome back to another episode of the Built Different podcast. I'm Eric Tilghman, your host, the CEO of Tilghman Builders. Our mission in business and for this podcast is to change the construction industry and really just what it means to be a contractor. So today I'll introduce you guys to Shawn Fuerst, our project closer. Hi, Shawn.
Hey, how you doing, Eric?
Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. Pleasure to be here.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to have you. I've actually been really looking forward to this podcast. I spoon-fed the idea to you maybe only the past month, but I've been thinking about it for like a year.
Yeah. I don't know that. I do remember that, but
here we are.
Here we are. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, first off, in construction, substance abuse it's just in our industry, probably more than most industries, probably not all, but I think Wall Street guys, drink a lot, and I don't really know much about other industries, but I know that it's pretty wild in our industry. So today we're going to talk about we'll talk about substance abuse, but more importantly, we're going to talk about recovery. We're going to talk about a success story here, which is why Shawn's with us today. So hopefully we send a message. Sorry, I'm just fixing my screen here. Hopefully we send a message to somebody who's struggling, or maybe it's a business owner that could help somebody, or give somebody a second chance, somebody who's in need. Because, sometimes that's kind of what the doctor prescribes at just the right time. So, anyway, Shawn, I just want to let you know, and you already know this, but you inspire me. I love your story. I'm happy to be a very small part of it. You're the main character, but I just think it's cool what you've done, and I've enjoyed watching you do it. So,
thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a surprise to me too, but I'm glad to be where I'm at.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad you're there too. So we first met on the phone.
On the phone, yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
You called me. You were in a halfway house.
I was.
You didn't have a license.
Didn't have a car.
Didn't have a car.
Yeah.
Got it. Do you remember? I don't. Do you remember how long you were sober when we talked?
Yes. Probably about 45 days. 40.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I remember enjoying the conversation.
I do remember being open and honest with you. I felt like, just with the quick conversation we had, that I could be open and honest with you. And you gave me some good feedback. 'Cause, I gave you a lot of red flags. I was 45 days sober. I don't have a license. And you
don't have a car.
Don't have a car. Yes, correct. And you said, well, you know what? Well, reach out in a couple months when you have some more time under your belt, and you have a vehicle, and we can go from there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. And then you did.
I did.
You did. I don't know how many months later. Maybe it was.
It wasn't much. It was probably about 2.5 months later.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Good. And we hired you.
Correct.
Right.
Yes.
How long have you been with the company?
I think I'm right around 2 years at the end of June.
Sick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
When we hired you, it wasn't long before it was like maybe a few months. Well, there were red flags in the beginning.
Sure.
But then a couple months in, like they were still kind of lingering. I just remember you were kind of like sleeping through your alarm clock, not showing up on time, maybe not showing up at all.
Mm-hmm.
And that was, I remember JP and I talking a lot about it. Like, hey, we're having an issue. Shawn's, not this or not that. And there's a lot of debate what to do when that type of thing is happening. We had to have had conversations with you around that time, right?
Gary did.
Gary did.
I mean, didn't really have any conversations with anyone directly about it. To be honest, like when I first started, I kind of couldn't. I couldn't find my place. I think I was in early recovery. Still not comfortable with myself, so it was hard for me to engage fully with the company at first. That was my own issue, but I also saw that because I didn't understand how your process worked. I saw that I'm like, oh well, no one's paying attention. Like they weren't giving me responsibility. That's how I felt at first. And I gave them reason not to give me responsibility because I showed up late, or show up when I
Right.
want to. And yeah, I don't know. That went on for like maybe a month or two. And that's because, to be honest, I wasn't really doing anything with my recovery. Um, I couldn't be a good employee because of that. I just got out of the halfway house and I moved back home and I didn't really do any work on myself. Um, but then I got a stern warning from Gary. He told me the situation, and it kind of lit a little fire under me. Well, a big fire under me, and I saw a lot at that point in time. Like I liked everything about this company, especially like from the first day I walked in here, seeing the affirmations on the wall, how detailed you were with your calendars. It just seemed like, and the growth that you explained it a lot, or you presented a lot. Like you had it detailed, outlined for each position. Like this is where you need to be to get to here. This is what you need to do. And a lot of companies don't do that. They don't give you that kind of vision. Um, so yeah, I definitely, when Gary told me that, I definitely was like, shit, I better get my shit together
Hmm.
because this is an opportunity and a blessing. Don't take it for granted. And I was,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Well, what happened next is you turned your shit around,
I did. Yeah.
and it's hard to turn your life around. It's hard to start. Like once you because you don't get recognized right away, but like being good for a day is
Mm.
is hard, right?
Sure.
And being good, and then you're a month in, and you're like, I deserve a lot of credit. I have not been late to work
Right.
for a
Sure.
whole month straight,
Yeah.
and then
Look at me.
right, and like it's hard, and you never know. It requires faith, right, to like go through that kind of a thing, that kind of a journey. I'm not talking about the sobriety journey. I'm talking about just whatever, improving your life in any way, because people really don't see what you're doing in private. They're not seeing the effort that you're putting in and all that kind of stuff. So you kind of were consistent, right?
Hmm.
You really started bucking up and like getting more involved with the team. It felt like, and
Sure. Like the fact that like Gary made me feel like he saw something in me really definitely gave me that little hope that because for the first few months of sobriety, I definitely was not feeling that.
Mhm.
I just got back on my feet and there's a lot of emotions that I'm dealing with and, insecurities and things of that nature. And the fact that he saw something in me, it definitely helped me acknowledge, okay, maybe I'm not as bad as I thought I was.
Mhm.
Maybe I can do more. Maybe I can be better. And, yeah, it really did ignite something in
Cool.
me. Yeah.
Cool. Well, everybody, just basically what happened after that is Shawn killed it. Just kept moving up, moving up. We were getting good feedback. We noticed Shawn was a good communicator, and then we promoted you
Hmm.
to such a surprising position, right, from where you had started with
Sure.
us. Shawn is our project closer, responsible for punch list and warranty for all of our projects. It is absolutely a full-time job.
Hmm.
We didn't have that position prior to you. You've been doing a great job at it. And it's a client-facing
Yeah.
position, and it's scheduling, it's emailing, it is complicated. It's and you're hands-on too still,
Hmm.
right?
Yes.
Like half the time.
When I have it, yes. When I have the time to do that, but yes, I enjoy it, man. Not a lot of people would, but I enjoy fixing problems. That's a lot of,
That's what got you here.
Yeah, exactly. Well, the last thing, like for the most part, I always fixed problems, but I would never fix myself. And I think the only reason I was capable to be in the position that I am now is because I did some work on myself. I continue to do work on myself on a daily basis. And I know that if I don't continue to do work on myself, I'm not going to continue to do what I'm doing for this company as well. I'm not going to be able to be that employee.
Yeah. Yeah. It sucks, doesn't it? All good things require maintenance.
They do.
You know?
They do.
If it doesn't require maintenance, it's probably not that good.
I'll tell you what, though. I mean, I always wanted to do work on myself, but I was always scared or lazy. And I don't know. Now that I have, and now that I have some kind of higher power in my life, there's such a freedom with that. You know, I don't walk around scared anymore. You know, I don't worry about my past. I don't worry about the future. You know, I just try my best to be in the now as much as I can.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's a gift.
Yeah.
To not walk around with fear is a major gift. I mean, because fear and worry is brutal.
Brutal.
Yeah. Yeah. Having God in your life really helps with that.
Yeah. And, you know, for a longest time, I see it in other people, but like, I wouldn't put any of the work in. And like, for me, like, I got to such a place of hopelessness that I realized I don't have the solution to my life. Like, I cannot manage my own life. Like, I've come to that conclusion. And, you know, I was presented with a 12-step program, and, you know, they said, well, this is how it works. And it works. It works. Yeah.
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 Yeah. And part of that is having trust in a higher power of your own understanding, right?
Absolutely. Yes. It doesn't have to be God, but
Right.
yeah. And going through the steps, a lot of going through the steps is dealing with your past, figuring out, you know, what you're scared of, figuring out your character defects and your shortcomings, and being able to know when they are coming up and knowing how to address them, how to deal with them, as well as making amends for your past. And then once you do all that, you know, you get into service, you help other people, and that's what I enjoy most. And that's what keeps me like,
cool.
Yeah, it keeps me going.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. That's how I see this podcast, you know, today's podcast. I mean, I said it in the beginning, but like, I want to, you know, this message is important for somebody, you know, and I hope we get into the ears of that person.
Sure.
Or maybe it's for the business owner who runs a company, and, you know, maybe they're not coming across the issue now, but maybe in a year, you know, they got a great guy, they're about to give up on him, whatever it is, you know? So what was life like before you came here? I mean, what were you doing for work before you got here? Like right before? Nothing?
I was doing my own business.
Okay.
I had an LLC. I did mainly small things that I could figure out on YouTube, or building fences or chicken coops or whatever it was. I just figured it out, and I made, I do like painting, stuff like that. I would make some money, and then I wouldn't work. I need structure in my life for me to be successful.
I know you do.
Yeah, I definitely need structure.
Me too, by the way. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, so that's the other thing. Like, I wasn't very employable before. Every job I ever had, like, I'd do good at, but I'd always become some way to become defiant or be able to stretch the boundaries. And I was just never, I don't know, in control of my own life. So it never worked out.
Yeah. What about mentally? Like, where were you mentally? Like, how would you have described yourself?
Definitely depressed. I always try to keep a good attitude. I always try to have a lot of optimism, but I'll tell you what, before I started working here, I was probably at my darkest I've ever been. And that's what I needed to be able to be where I'm at today. Because for the longest time, like, I'd always find reasons not to do any work on myself. And it just drug out for so long. And I got so bad at living life. I don't know how to explain this, but so, like, I failed so many times that I finally realized, like, had to be like, okay, I don't have the answer to this. And I know that I can live better knowing that I can put all of my faith into a higher power, and like, everything's going to be okay.
Yeah. Trust.
Yes.
Helps.
Absolutely.
Did you think that things could get better? Like, you know, we talked on the phone. It's a good call. You know, you got off that call. Did you,
it was always in the back of my mind. Absolutely. It was in my hometown. And honestly, from our conversation, like it definitely, yes, because I was just getting back on my feet. It definitely gave me hope. I also got my way in the first couple months of working here, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, before this, you had said, I forget what you said. You said something to the extent of like, did you ever think that I was going to get better?
Yeah. Did you think
Yeah.
things could get better for you?
You know, there was a point in time when I was sitting on my couch and I realized that I was just going to be a degenerate alcoholic for the rest of my life. And
Yeah.
I was honestly like, I don't want to do this anymore, but like, I didn't know how to change. It was a pretty sad place to be. And I kind of accepted that that was who I was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but through treatment, through support through AA, through support with a culture like this, a lot of good people, I have a great balance, and like, yeah, I was able to turn it around.
Yeah. Yeah. What was it? Was it hard for you to hear like the answer is no? Come back to me in a few months. Like, did that kind of suck?
Yeah, sure, absolutely, instantly, because I'm someone that wants what I want and I want it right away.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yes. It's like, what do you mean? Like, I'm good. And honestly, I probably was in that mindset at that point in time because I was ego driven. Everything I did was self, 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 self. And yeah, you telling me no, someone that always pushes boundaries, always finds a way around it. Yeah, the first reaction is definitely like, what the fuck?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, what was okay? So we kind of know what was causing the latenesses and the inconsistencies. You just weren't really bought in. You actually kind of joined the wrong team, right? Because you just said yourself, like, I'm always looking for the workaround, and I'm like, like you couldn't do that on this team, right?
Mhm.
Like, because there's a team that cares about the team, and they kind of ratted you out, right?
Yeah, of course. Yes. And
Uh,
that's the other part about me is like I tend to stay on the outside until I get very comfortable with my surroundings, and then I become a lot more
yeah.
like introvert until I'm extrovert. Um, but yeah, and I think I just was in my way. Created self-sabotaging is really what I was
Hmm.
doing, and I'm glad that I think everything happens for a reason. Um, when I was with Gary, I think you guys were gonna fire me, and I had only been with Gary for maybe a week. Like, he had saw that in that short period of time. If I wasn't with Gary, I don't think I'd be sitting here right now.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah, Uncle Gary.
yeah. Yes, Gary Dietz.
Yeah. So like, was it? I guess it was that conversation you had with him that made it click. I mean, was that like a line in the sand?
It was, because I had also been kicking myself for not showing up or showing up late, um, and I was completely dependent on myself, and I knew that what I was doing wasn't working. And he literally says, like, "Listen, I like you. Like, you do good work. Like, you definitely care a lot." And I was like, "It's like, but they're gonna, if you don't show up on time for the next 5 days at least, you're definitely canned." And I was like, "Okay." But that's what I needed to hear. Yeah.
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 Yeah. Well, good.
Yeah.
I'm glad. And we were behind the scenes. JP and I, we were talking with Gary, and we basically were like, hey, who's the best one to get through to him, right?
Mhm.
Like it was a decision. We were like, Gary, this makes most sense for you, and also the feedback. We didn't want to, you know, we didn't want to sabotage any relationships by letting you know that we knew, right? Well,
Sure.
how did you know I was late? Oh, so now I don't like so and so, right?
Sure.
So there was a little bit of that, but like it was important to us. We wanted it to work out, and the relationships had to stay kind of like intact.
I when I was first here, I didn't realize how much you guys talked about the field crew. Like, I really
Before
did.
you were in this office.
Yeah. Well, even in those first couple months,
Yeah.
like I didn't understand the leadership, that there was a leadership meeting and there was things he talked about the
Hmm.
field crew and there was operations. I didn't. Yeah. I don't
You
know.
just thought you were out there in the wild.
Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're watching.
Yeah.
We really were just listening. You know,
Hmm.
um, kindness without accountability is enabling, accountability without kindness just pushes people away. We tried to hold both. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like, it would have been like enabling if, you know, I mean, well, it wouldn't have worked actually. That's all. It just wouldn't have worked.
Mm-hmm.
But, all right. Well, the turning point. When did you start feeling proud of yourself again? You know, like it wasn't that day.
No,
That day was embarrassing.
no,
and
I was still full of fear at that point in time. Honestly, I was fear driven.
Mhm.
No, it probably wasn't. To be honest, it probably wasn't until January, February.
Of this year?
No, 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 the year
Of the year
before. So I
before.
think we had that conversation in like October.
Okay.
Um, and I was able to, hang on and bare knuckle it. But once I saw, so when in January, I guess it was like actually March. I'm sorry. I was celebrating my 1 year of sobriety, and I went to a meeting, and there's another woman there that had the same sobriety date as me, and I'm sitting there watching her. She's happy, is joyful, all of this. She's got a year, and I'm just sitting there like still miserable. I'm
Hmm.
like, and I knew why I was miserable. The reason I was miserable is because I showed up to these rooms and I did nothing for myself. Like I was just holding on, like white knuckling it.
Yeah.
Um, and at that point, that's when I asked for a sponsor and to go. I was so scared that I was going to return to where I was that like I took that leap of faith and asked, someone to sponsor me, and they took me through the steps, and it was the greatest decision I've ever made in my life.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Wow. That's crazy, man.
yeah,
Well, that's good. Took you a year to get there, but I guess that's
yeah. I'm very stubborn, and yeah, I was able to. I don't know, man. Like I really am grateful for where I'm at today, and I really value my recovery. Um, I've done a lot of things in my past that I'm not, I wish I hadn't, but
Mhm.
they happened. And today I just do my best to, be a better person, even if it's whatever I can do each day. And we didn't get to talk about this, but like your core values, that was very attractive to me from the beginning because that is a lot of the same core values that like in recovery,
Mhm.
honesty, accountability, and kindness. For me, kindness is the most important one. Um, if I'm kind to myself, I can be kind to everybody else.
Yeah. True.
And that's how I kind of look at life today. Like just be kind to myself and everything. You can be kind to everybody else.
Mhm.
And that's the thing. I was never kind to myself. I was always my biggest critic. I
Yeah.
always tortured myself a lot. Um, but yeah.
Yeah. I torture myself too. And that sucks. You
Yeah.
know? And
Yeah.
it's only been the last maybe year
Hmm.
that I like cooled it with that. And it still creeps in sometimes, but you know, yeah, I don't, I'm still hard on myself. I'm just not mean to myself,
Sure,
you
sure.
know?
You hold yourself to a certain standard.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
for
Yeah.
sure. For sure.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, if ever I find myself sitting on the couch for too long, I get like, oh, I'm like, you should be doing more, you know? And it's
Hmm.
like, I just did an episode on hustle culture, but like it's in me to hustle. And so sometimes it's like, no, just sit here and relax. Just cool it,
Hmm.
you know?
I do.
Well, that's cool. How about the team? How much did the team help you with through all of this? I mean, it feels like it was a gift, like it was a gift from your higher power
Hmm.
to join a team like ours because it's undeniable. We care about each other.
Yes.
Period.
Absolutely.
Um,
I've never worked another place like that. Like the culture, like I don't know how you did it, but like every single person that you hired, like was a good person. Everyone likes each other. We don't have confrontation or
yeah.
arguments. It really makes it like a safe place to work.
Hmm.
Where I grew up, whenever I did any construction, the person supervisor was just belittling me or telling me I was stupid or whatever it may be, and it was never a fun experience.
Yeah.
No, but no, this job is fun. We all have each other's back.
Yeah. And it was probably a good time of your life to be surrounded by like good dudes,
Absolutely.
right? Like there's no gossip, there's no drama, there's no baby mama type. Like I don't want to say it like that, but like drama,
Correct.
right?
And to be honest, like that was holding me together up until I got a sponsor. Like that
Oh,
family
wow.
culture, that support was definitely doing it, but it could only last so long. Like I really had to do the work for myself. And that's why, yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah,
That's cool.
yeah.
Okay. Um, how about when the team started trusting you, right? Because now we talked about the lonely, walking alone, right?
Yeah.
You're like, man, I haven't been late for 4 months. Like, when are they going to believe me? Like, I'm not going back to that.
Sure. There was partly that, and then there was like part of me that's like, this is awkward. They trust me, you know?
Yeah.
Because a lot of times, like my
This is
whole
awkward.
yeah,
Yeah.
because a lot of my life, I've always felt that I was a good person, but I ended up doing effed up things.
Yeah.
Um, so so like I ended up not really being that good person that I envisioned myself. I realized that I suffer from a substance abuse disorder, and because of that, I it's always had a control of me in a way, and now I have a solution for that. So now I can be that better person that I always thought I was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a good person, man.
Thanks,
I
man.
know you now.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're definitely, you have a good moral compass, and you care. So,
Yeah.
I'm glad I got to meet that version. I'm glad I didn't know the other version.
Yeah.
I don't have that. I just know this guy right
Mhm.
here.
Mhm.
So
Yeah. I mean, if you would have known the other person, I don't think I'd have a credit card with the limit that it has on
right.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. Was it? I mean, there's right. We're talking to ourselves all day long, right?
Mhm.
It's like we're analyzing our behaviors, and especially when you're on a journey to for self betterment. Eventually, there's that point where you're like, I think I'm doing really good. Like
Mhm.
I think I'm becoming somebody new now. Like, did you go through something similar? Was it before the guys trusted you? Was there a frustrating period in between?
Um, mm, Everyone else saw it in me before I did.
Yeah,
Uh,
interesting.
yeah, I mean, and there's still days where I'm like, "Are you
You don't
sure?"
believe? Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Are you sure you're talking about the right person?
It is weird when you and I are really similar. I'll tell you that. Because people will say things to you, right? Like, "Hey, wow, you're really natural at that. You're really good at that." Like, whatever that thing is, and you're just like, there's still part of you that doesn't believe them. Like, are
Sure.
you lying to me?
Right. Yeah.
The whole room
Right.
could
Yeah.
say the same thing, and you're still just like, did you guys talk about this beforehand? Why are you?
Hmm.
It's yeah, but all right, cool.
No, I definitely can relate to that. Like, you always think, I don't know. But yeah.
So then I don't remember when this was, but eventually we came to you and we offered you the role of project closer.
Hmm.
Big step, you
Yes.
know.
Yes.
You weren't the most skilled guy in the field,
No, not at all.
right?
Not at all.
Um,
And I was skilled in different ways.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Right.
In ways that were valuable to the role.
Correct.
Um, and I mean, how did that feel to be offered that? And did you feel like you were ready for it?
I was ready for more. Um, I definitely thought it was up my alley. It's like running a business within a business.
Hmm.
A lot of handyman kind of stuff. I wasn't overly skilled, definitely not overly skilled at framing or any structural stuff, I'd say.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, no, I thought that I've always have a high confidence with anything that is put in front of me. Like you might think I'm good at this job, and I think I might be good at this job, but I think whatever you put in front of me, I'm gonna be good at it.
Hmm.
That's just kind of the mindset. My dad always told me, he's like, you can be whatever you want to be in life. And I've always kind of like held that mindset. Even when I have doubted myself here or there, I think at the end of the day, I'm very competitive, and I think I'm confident enough that I can do whatever it is I need to do. Now, I might not be able to be an NFL football player tomorrow or do
Sure.
that, but anything within my
Yeah.
yeah,
Are you competitive with yourself or with others?
probably with others.
Really?
Yeah, yeah,
That's funny.
yeah. Um, Yeah, no, not. I mean, I am competitive in general, but mainly with others. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, what is I mean, so now you have this role. Let's just stop for a second.
Sure.
What's your favorite part of of your job as the project closer?
You definitely hit on it. It's the freedom. It's the ability to be able to make decisions. The ability to have ideas. Um, and just being able to that you guys trust me to do what it is I need to do.
Mm-hmm.
That right there for me was is really, I don't know what the word is, but it made me feel like I've not made it, but like have um, gotten to a place that I knew I always could, but always fell short.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, I'm grateful for that.
Yeah. Kind of like when you backpedaled there. You don't want to say that you made it, but I think I know what you mean. Like
Sure.
it's like finally I'm an adult and I'm being trusted.
Yes.
Like, is that kind of what you mean?
That and like my whole life, I always thought I could do things, but I always fell short, whether it be afraid of success or afraid of failure.
Right.
And I've always had jobs where I would I'd be so I had this one place I worked at, and they were about to give me a promotion the next day. And that day, I came in 3 hours late, hungover, and they're like, "You're doing great, but obviously I can't reward you for a promotion." And that's what I would do my whole life,
Yeah.
self-sabotage in every single way. And now, where we're at now, it's like I'm finally not self-sabotaging, and these people still think highly of me. So
Yeah.
yeah,
It's good. You've leveled up, man.
yeah.
You know, you've like raised your floor, like what you deem to be acceptable in your life,
Y Yeah, absolutely, and I think this place really, helped with that 'cause I'm s I'm not content where I'm at, like,
Hmm.
I like what I do, but I always want more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good. I'll be honest. And I don't know if I was planning on telling you this, but like we saw you improving,
Mhm,
we saw it and we heard it and I could just see it on your face. Like you're clear. I could see like you were clear. I could see that you were getting happy.
mhm,
And, I also knew your past and I love being, um, a, a character in somebody's story,
mhm,
especially if it's a success story,
mhm.
you know, I don't know. Maybe I don't know if that makes me a narcissist, but I just go forward in time, and I hope that like one day I can like, somebody can like be, I don't know, like, hey man, just want you to know you gave me an opportunity when I didn't deserve one, and I appreciate it. You
Mhm.
don't know how, right? Like that fuels me a little bit. Like
Sure.
I have this platform where I'm able to do that now, right? In the company. And so I'm always looking for opportunities for that, right? Whether it's promoting lead carpenters, right? We just had Joe C on recently, and his life has changed dramatically over the last year.
He's a stud.
He's a stud.
He's a stud.
And when you were like a year in the company, we watched you failing, then we watched you succeeding and climbing and doing well. Um, I remember when we were debating whether or not you'd be good for the role. I remember having the thought and sharing it with JP that like if we give him some bigger purpose, he's gonna freaking take off and run.
Mhm,
And like if that's my contribution to help him stay sober,
mhm,
like let's do it. Number one, I think he's going to be good at the job. Number two, I think his personality will will he'll be successful
mhm.
at the job. But then there was like that added bonus that I'd be lying if I didn't tell you that that was true. I wanted. I just know what it feels like. I know what it felt like when I got purpose in my life,
Mhm,
and it. I didn't have to try hard.
mhm,
I was just excited every day. And like when you got in your position, I noticed another shift. Like it was
mhm,
another noticeable shift in Shawn,
mhm.
you know?
Yeah. I don't
So
think that's narcissist. I mean, I think being of service, trying to help other people is selfless. Um, I think I don't know. I don't think that's
Yeah. Well,
narcissist.
thanks, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean it, and I wouldn't say it if I didn't mean it. Like that's like my favorite part of my job, 100%. Like that's why I talk the way I talk with the guys, and even sometimes I fall on my face and I bonk on stage, and like the message gets crossed.
Yeah.
I'm really just trying to I always think back of where I was. We all have our past, and I have a room full of young men, and
Hmm.
I'm like, one of you is like me.
Hmm.
One of you is like, trust me, do this.
I think if I were in your shoes, I'd probably be doing the same thing. Like
Yeah,
I really that I think that's part of a lot of my purpose is to transfer knowledge, to support, to help people grow. Um, just I think what you do is amazing, dude.
thanks, man.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, that's what we're doing right now.
Yep.
I mean, you're coming on here, sharing this story, and I don't think you would do it if you didn't think it was going to help somebody.
As long well, listen, you asked me to do this, and as much as I might have had a little bit of fear about it, it's not about me. It's about whoever can get something from this.
Yeah,
Um,
cool,
yeah,
man. That's a good way to live.
yeah.
Um, do you think it gave you purpose? I mean, I just kind of threw that out there, but did it give you like a bone to chase?
Absolutely. I was completely lost and beaten down before I even started this job. And yes, it definitely gave me a vision. It gave me hope for the future. Absolutely. It showed me that um, I still got it. I still I still have a chance at redeeming myself in life.
Hmm.
Um, and yeah, you gave me an opportunity.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, we talk about this a lot in leadership, but I always use the example of like fatherhood, and it's like you can't fire your children, and like and you're not the only one, right? There's been others, and I'll have them on. Different story,
Hmm.
but you can't fire your children. Like it's not like at one point in time, one of my kids is struggling with something,
Sure.
and you can't just be like, you know what, that's it. Plus, you're not helping with the P&L report, right? Like I have to feed you every night. So like you're forced to work with people, and I just think that if you have that mentality, this is kind of a message for the business owner that's watching. Like, assess the situation, look at it objectively, and just make the call. Can I invest a few more months into this person? Like, will it change their life? Like, do they? Is there somebody better lying underneath? Because I think a lot of times the way that I've seen it time and time again with different people in the
Hmm.
field, and JP's so damn good at it, at seeing what they're good at and seeing what they're bad at and why they're being bad at that thing,
Hmm.
and then like pulling them out of it, and then they take off,
Hmm.
you know.
Hmm.
And I just I don't know. I think that's the part of the culture that we're talking about today.
Sure. I feel, if I were in your shoes as a business owner, every situation is different. You I was still sober when you bottom lined me. Um, for me, if I'm in your shoes and say I'm getting, I started picking up or something like that, I don't know that I would give them an opportunity right away. Maybe I help them in another way and say, listen, like you did for me on that first phone call. Why don't you get a little more time under your belt? We're
Mm,
not cutting this off, but you obviously need to spend some time and you need to figure out if you want to be a better person because it's hard to get through to somebody that's actively using. It's a whole nother beast.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm sure.
it is.
I've been faced with that too,
Yeah,
and I've tried,
yeah,
and it didn't work.
yeah.
In these few cases, maybe a handful. Um, what would you tell somebody who's struggling with addiction now? I mean, what would you?
It's never too late. Um, there is hope. There is a help. You can always reach out to me. You can reach out to anybody in AA. It's really, honestly,
Yeah.
there are plenty of people here out in this world in these recovery programs that want to help you. It's it's never too late.
Cool. What do people misunderstand about recovery?
About recovery or substance abuse disorder?
I would say about recovery. I think I've learned enough about substance abuse disorder, like where, I mean, like you said, like it's really hard to pull someone out of that. Like you can't rationalize with somebody like that.
No.
Um,
They have to be cleared of that fog. Like they have to be of a clear mind to be able to, because for me, I can only speak from my experience. Whenever I had something in me, like it didn't matter what it was, I was going to do whatever I needed to do to get the next one. You know, my mom could have begged me to stop, and she has. It didn't stop me from getting high.
yeah.
You know, you could have put $5,000 in front of me and said, "Listen, if you stop today, I can give you this." And I don't know, it's not the best example, but I would have gotten high again. I can't, they say frothy emotional appeal seldom suffices, which means no one can do it for you. No one can influence you into getting sober. You have to do it for yourself. But you asked a question about recovery. Recovery, you know, is it's a freedom for me. You know, it's a place for me to be myself, and to be my true, genuine self, and be the person that I've always thought and wanted to be. But without recovery, I can't be that person. And I feel that I have recovered from my substance abuse disorder. I have a solution for it today. Doesn't mean that tomorrow is guaranteed that I'm not going to drink, but today I have a solution for it.
Yeah. That's great, man. I'm glad you're free.
Yeah, me too.
That's got to be great. How about outside of work? I mean, I was going to say, how has your life changed outside of work? But I think I already know the answer. You go to a lot of meetings.
I do.
Right? You're heavily involved in your groups.
I do. I sponsor other men, help them get through the steps. I go to a lot of meetings. IGR intergroup rep for a 12-step program. Listen, there was a point in time when I was in the halfway house and guys would come in and I'd be like, there's no way I'm doing what you guys do. You guys are so happy at doing it. And then today, like that's what I'm doing. And I had what they call a psychic change, just a different mindset, a different outlook on things. And I never want to give that up today. You know?
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
Is that how you see yourself being most successful today? Like, is that the thing that you're most proud of?
Right now, absolutely. My sobriety and my recovery and being able to help others. Absolutely. I think it's going to help me, do other things as well. As long as I stay, in my program and provide service to other people, I think that's going to keep me out of myself, and it's going to help me do all the things that I want to do in life.
So where do you want to be in 5 years?
I'd like to be a homeowner. I'd like to have a family. I don't know if that's in the equation, but
damn, I never heard you say that.
Yeah.
I never thought about it.
No, I mean, neither did I for the longest time. But then I had a relationship with a
young lady,
a little girl, and
actually,
the one, yeah, yeah. I don't mean like, yeah.
No,
I mean,
I got
like,
you.
I had a relationship with a child that like I never experienced before. I didn't know what that was about. I never noticed it, and like we became best friends, and it was probably one of the most magical experiences of my life.
What age?
She was 1 to 4.
Okay,
and
cool.
Yeah, it was. I never experienced that before, and I didn't realize, and I liked it. I was good at it.
Good age.
Yeah. Exactly. And you can always give them back at the end of the day too.
Yeah, it'd be a while till they're yours.
Yes, exactly. But yeah, man, that's and then what happened is I ended up going down a dark place once that I lost that relationship, and yeah. I don't know. Now I want that today.
Yeah. They're innocent. They're cute, and they're the closest people to God, right? They were the last ones to see Him. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And then life kind of messes you up, and you change, and then hopefully you come back.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's cool, man. I never heard you say that, and I never asked. So shame on me.
I
Uh,
don't really talk about it too much. I don't know.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
I would love to see you. You'd be a great dad,
Thanks, man.
100%. Yeah, it's life changing. I'll tell you this. Well, actually, I don't know this, but I was gonna say, you think sobriety put a rocket up your butt? Like being a dad, it's like you think you're driven now.
Hmm.
Once you become a, I mean, it. I didn't know that's what it was, but it was 6 months after my son was born, my first child.
Hmm.
Um, I just thought I was like I just had like a what you call it, a personality shift.
Psychic change. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I had that, but it
Hmm.
was like 6 months after I had my son, and it's never worn off.
Yeah.
I,
Absolutely.
yeah,
Uh, yeah. I forget what I was going to say, but oh, so when I had that experience, that was like the first time I had found any purpose at all, and I was like, wow, you know what? Like this definitely will like is something I want in life. And before that, I was just a lost soul that really just got by on a daily basis. You know, doing God knows what. But but yes, having that experience, it really opened my eyes to a whole nother life, a whole different life.
cool,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, keep me posted on that.
God willing.
Yeah, yeah. Um, we'll kind of close out here, but a few more questions. Like, what this podcast is about culture. This fits into that broad topic, right? Doing the right thing, not firing your kids, being, listening to people, caring about them. I always say, like, what's the best way to show your team you care? Just care, right? Just start there. Be grateful for them, and want them to do well.
Acknowledge that they exist.
Yeah,
Right.
that too.
Right.
What do you think makes the culture different? Like, what is it? We all know how it feels, but like, what is what is it?
I mean, it starts with you. I mean, what makes this culture different?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we have 40 guys and gal going in a straight line together,
Hmm.
excited, not arguing. We have a common mission. We have fun. We laugh,
Hmm.
but we're also productive
Hmm.
and professional. So, like, what? I don't know. Like,
I mean,
what is
one
it?
thing
It's in
that
the
I think that
air.
was really cool about this is you talk about ego death, and uh, everyone has a voice here. You know, it's not just Eric's show. Everyone, whether their ideas are played out or not, they're always heard. There's, and I think that's you don't find that in other companies.
Yeah.
You have a boss, and you have whoever works under them, and they're told what to do, and the boss makes all the decisions and has all the ideas. And like here, I see it all the time. Like we work together to figure out how we can better ourselves as a
Hmm.
company and as a team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool. Um, Last question. Do you think that culture is where we try to convince the other business owners to run their company the same way? Do you think culture can literally change lives? Do you believe that?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They can definitely lead them to that. I'd say. I think at the end of the day, it really starts with someone like you that really has that passion to make that happen. But yes, culture. Listen, man, I've worked for a lot of different places, and this is definitely unique. It's not like other places. You, I've never felt so comfortable in a place from mainly the beginning, um, and accepted. Um, you just tell that everyone is doesn't hate their job. They enjoy coming to work every day. Whether they're stressed out with what's going on or not, they still, at the end of the day, enjoy what they're doing and the people they're doing it with.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah,
Thank you.
of course.
Well, I think that's it, man. I'm proud of you, dude. I
Thanks,
really
man.
am. I'm grateful that you came on today and got vulnerable, put yourself out there on your very first podcast.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
Really, man, you're an example, and I think you're an example for a lot of people, you know, and I hope that you continue lifting people up and doing the thing with your groups. You know, I see it in you. I see that change, and I think it's totally awesome, man.
Thank you.
Really, really do. I was looking forward to this. This was perfect. This was exactly what I was hoping it would be. Thanks for being vulnerable. I think we probably helped somebody out there today.
I would hope so.
And congrats on all your success.
Thank you.
Keep it going one day at a time, right?
One day at a time.
All right, cool.
Appreciate it, Eric.
Cool. Yeah, man. As always, thanks for staying tuned. Stay positive, be nice, and step out of your comfort zone. Bye.